Well, here's a look at my barn find. Well, let's just call it a yard find. Maybe, can I coin that term? I doubt it. But anyway, a 2009 Forester that's been sitting for about 2 years. You can see here it's in pretty nasty shape, mold, weeds. It's been sitting around. Guys said it possibly had an engine problem. Then again, they said they didn't know. So I took the bait and spent $300 on this baby. Got a good body. Everything seems to look pretty good on it. So I took a chance, and here it is. Let's check it out. All right, so there she is in all of her glory. It is a 2009. I was thinking it was a 2010, but I guess I didn't change a whole lot since I got it up on the trailer. You can see the body's in really good shape for a Northeast vehicle. I was really impressed. It reminds me of my Nissan Xterra that had almost a perfect body on it, and you can see the back up under there rocker panels, man, they're in excellent shape. I only had to bring this thing about 3 blocks from my house, so you know, I got the tow strap here just kind of in the back, nothing on the front wheels, but brakes were on and it's in park and all that. But yeah, everything seems to be good. It will seem to start up, but I don't know if it's going to run. A lot of mold on it. 17-inch tires. The rocker panels are in amazing shape, which is impressive for a $300 car, which you don't find very often. And you can see here's some of the rocker panels there. Looks good. Big cat on the bottom of it there. This has got a little 4-cylinder in it. We'll go over the engine a little bit later. Boy, the seats are just in great shape, but they are dirty. I think somebody sacrificed something in here. I'm not sure what the heck they did, but I got a good steam cleaner. Got the big old sunroof up there, moonroof. There's a huge one too. Some handlebars here and all that. Headrests. Looks like all 4 power windows are power. Here's a look at the inside. Like I said, it is dirty. CD player. Nice, interesting little gauge package there. And the Subaru design, everything seems to work. Has a big back and all that. So we'll get this off the trailer and try to start it up and listen to it run. I heard it briefly about 2 minutes yesterday, but I got late, so I wanted to get it over here and do more work on it and see if it's going to run or not. So this thing came from Charleston, West Virginia. It's a Subaru Forester. So we'll see if this thing holds up to its name. I hear good things about them. So let's get it off the ramp trailer here and get it off here and look in the back of it and see what we got. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll. I've got the ramps here down. This is why I like this trailer. I picked it up for about $400 and homemade job. Licensed and got a title with it now. It was built 25 years ago. The guy used to race cars. He used to haul it. It's a C trailer. But it's got the dovetail and it's got those nice sliding ramps. Makes it easy to get in and out. It's not like those ones that have the slats in them where you drive over them and they go bump, 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 and you get stuck and you can't move with the vehicle. Nice and smooth. All right, so you might as well watch me try to get this thing off of here. All right, I smell antifreeze already or something. Let's see if we can get this thing started. She's not going to be happy, I'm sure. Get the emergency brake off. Oh, she's knocking bad. Got a noise out there. It's running, but it's rough. All right, so we get this in reverse. All right, here we go. Oh, we're moving slowly, slowly. We're moving. Oh, it died. Hey, we made it. All right, let's see if we can get it to start back up again. Come on, Betsy. Come on, come on. Every light is on. 137,000 miles. Oh, that sounds like a rod. That doesn't sound good. All right, let me get this thing up in the yard here off the street and we'll take a closer look at this thing and see if it was worth the 300 bucks. All right, so we got it on the level. So it's not a bad looking Subaru Forester or whatever. So kind of let it cool down a little bit, and it looks like for now, you can see see if I can get this finger under there. Struts are good. Looks like they've been on there for a while, so that's cool. And there's the engine. Everything's, you know, attached. Nothing's missing. It's a different battery. It looks like the oil is down here. This is the transmission fluid. I assume that shifts okay. They said it did. Let's see. That looks all right. Of course, I have a little more research to do on this. Now, I have a dipstick on this side. And also, there is a dipstick. I assume this side is the transmission fluid level. I don't know. And there's a dipstick back here. See it right there? There's one there. I think this is for the gear oil. Perhaps. And then, if I get that in there, there's another dipstick, which is for the engine oil, which is obvious because it's got the oil symbol on it. And let's look at this, and let's see what we can see. And ooh, I see things I don't like to see. Can you see that? Let me get in there real close for you guys so I can zoom in. I see some sparklies. Some very, very fine sparkly stuff. Not so much on that side, but this side right here. Ooh. Yeah, so I don't know. May have bit off more than I can chew on this one, guys. But I did find an engine for $200 for this. So I don't know what we're going to do. We want to start this back up. What I've got to do is figure out which cylinder's missing. I got to get the miss out of it and let it run like it's going to really help the knocking that we hear. But if it runs a little smoother, then maybe we can make a better diagnosis. But I think that it's a rod that we heard. I don't know if it's going to be a valve or a lifter. That sounds a little loud to me. The belts look like they're in good shape. I don't see nothing there that's too crazy. You know, hillbilly worked on kind of deal. And the coolant, let's see what the coolant looks like. I haven't even checked it. That's what someone said. It might have had a head gasket blown. It probably does. I don't know. And well, there's no coolant in it. Nope, none whatsoever. So I'll probably end up putting some water in it first and see if it's got a leak. If I put water in it, if it does have a head gasket leaking, then it's going to flood out the cylinder and it's going to make it really hard to start. So one thing at a time, I guess. And well, here is the back of it, by the way. I think I showed you this side. The rocker panels are in great shape. It's just the seats are just in horrible shape. I gotta clean them up. Thankfully, no tears. Let's see if I can get this open here. Figure this one out. Let me do it again. All right, there we go. And of course, we got some goodies here. We got some stuff here. Rat's nest. A lot of stuff there. We got a jack under here, I guess, and all that. And let's see, we got some more tools. Well, let's just take all this out and see what we got. Alright, so we got more stuff here. Tire inflation stuff, AC hose, recharge kit hose, exhaust system joint crack sealant, lights, another, rat's nest, tire thingy, and some stuff here. And I wanted to see what the bottom of this looks like here. Carpet backing stuff, jack material, Subaru mat, and let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, spare tire, more nest, and friends, ants. So you will be evicted soon. And what we got here, we got some pieces here, some bolts. Alright, so a lot of little neat oh, more ants. A lot of neat cubby holes. Oh, wow. This is why when cars sit around, it gets weird. Alright, so we'll spray this and clean this out later. But that's the back of it. Alright, so there's all that stuff, and boy, I tell you what, they went through a lot of trouble figuring how things should go. That's a tight fit. And all that's in good shape. And I actually found out this is some kind of a tow hook. You hook to the front or the back, you screw this in, and I guess you can tow the car with it or something. Pull the car out of a ditch. Out of a hole or a ditch or something. Alright, let's go ahead and start this back up. We're going to start it first with no water. Well, it needs water or antifreeze or something. But I want to start it first and hear it run, because if I put, like I said, water or antifreeze in it, if it's got a blown head gasket, it's going to foul out the plug and make it run worse. But right now, it seems like it wants to start on its own, so let's go ahead and start it up and see how it sounds. If I can keep it idling a little bit, I know it's not going to be happy. But I do have oil pressure, which is kind of interesting. So there's the oil pressure gauge. Well, the idiot light right there. I have to, let's see if we can get it running here. Here we go. Oh, she's running. See if I can keep her idling. Oh, she doesn't sound too good. She's knocking. Alright, let me see if I can keep it idling right there. Actually, it's idling pretty good. Oh! That's definitely in the engine. Oh. I don't know, guys. Let me shut her off. But as you can see, I got the oil lights off. I got oil pressure, I guess. So I don't know, a little too fast, but at least it's idling now. Now let's look at this oil on this dipstick and see how much trash is floating around. You know what? I'm gonna have to get my glasses just to verify it. Alright, let's try this again. With my glasses, I can really see the fine particles and stuff. Get here in the sun somewhere. Yeah, there's definitely some very fine material in there, but I don't see anything big. I mean, it's like microscopic. You can just kind of see the sun kind of reflecting off on it. So, I don't know. So I think what we'll do is put water in it next and see if it leaks out anywhere here, and take that step. Then after that, if it doesn't leak, then we'll go ahead and try to figure out which cylinder here is missing, and maybe pull the plug and do a compression check. So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, it's definitely got a miss. Alright, so I'll get the emergency brake on. It's idling in gear. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I did hook the code reader up, and the codes that we got are P0304, 04, 04, 04, 03. So cylinder number 4 and number 3 are missing, but I think number 4 is the one that's causing a big problem. I've got 3 codes on that, and I just have one on number 3. That's the only other code we have, but to be fair, the battery was unhooked, so at least I know what side to look for. Other than that, seems to be idling okay on its own, but like I said, I have it in gear, so if I put it up in neutral, it's a little louder, but not as bad, so I don't know. I still think we got a rod problem, but we have the oil pressure light off. Now if the oil pressure light was on, I would probably definitely say the engine is toast with that rod, but I don't know. This is one of these borderline things. Now it's idling. See how it's shaking pretty bad. She's not happy. Sorry, old girl, someone did not treat you very well. So, I don't think there's a whole lot more here I can do. But I do have water in it. And the temperature gauge, well, I don't have a temperature gauge here. I'm sure I do somewhere if I knew how to work all these buttons. But I have fuel, miles per hour, and RPM gauge. That's all I have right here that I can find. But let me put it back up in reverse. There, it died. Now let's see if it starts up. Well, it runs slowly. All right, so I got water in it. My question is now, is it holding the pressure in the water? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, water, it's staying. So I just think we have a rod knocking in here. So I don't know. So I'll be back a little bit later, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plugs out of 3 and 4 here. Maybe we'll do it in the garage tonight and go from there. Overall, for $300, heck, the parts on this thing is, you know, worth that. There's some money to be made, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to try to fix this engine. Maybe just drop another one in it. Who knows? All right, everyone. It's been a few days, and we are in the old garage, and I got a little energetic today. And I know the engine's knocking and all that, but I was kind of interested to find out why I had a really bad miss. I figured if I get the miss out of it, then when I started, it would idle smooth enough where I can put it in gear and actually move it around the yard, bring it in the garage. Whenever I decide to either pull this motor out, or, well, obviously I'm going to have to pull the motor out eventually. It's going to be a project vehicle later. To move it around the yard and everything without the mist in it, you know, it's a lot easier. But with the mist in it, man, it just shakes. So I did a bunch of testing here, and it turns out number 4 back here is the cylinder that has the mist in it. Check the wire. Wires are good. Check the coil. Well, guess what? We got to put a coil in it. Number 4, which is, let's see, this thing bolts in like this. This one right here, I believe. Yes, this one right here. Oh, there we go. Sits like that. This one right here is the one. Let me try that again. It's the let's see. It sits like this, like that. There we go. The bottom one down on my finger is the one that's bad, so I'm going to swap this out. And also, I did a compression check just to verify that I didn't have something catastrophic going on. Good news is all my cylinders are good because I have pretty decent compression for something that's been sitting around for about 2 years. There's the numbers. So I'm pretty happy with that. And number 4, let's see, yeah, number 4 had 140. So what we're going to do is go ahead and swap this coil out, start it up again, and listen to it knock. But at least now it'll idle smoother. And all I got to do is take off this piece of plenum here. Probably won't have to take that off, but I need a little room here. We'll see. But we'll get that off, and we'll put this new coil on. I got this on eBay, free shipping for $28. Two-day arrival. I called the local parts store. I'm not going to say which one, but they're all the same. $150 for this thing. we'll just leave it at that. All right, so let's go ahead and put the coil in. I just want to hear it run smooth. All right, we just about got it out, and I know some of you are thinking, what in the hillbilly hell is he putting a new coil on this thing when the engine's got a rod knock and it's going to blow? Well, stick around, you'll find out. Couple little deep wells down here for those 2 bolts, and you got one here, and you got to use a ratcheting wrench. There's just kind of no room here, and now we can take this one off. Let me just let that sit there for a second. Maybe I can pull this up with a wire. Yeah, I should be able to get the where's the wire. Let me get that wire off. All right. Oh, that was fun. So there's only 3 bolts to hold this in. For some reason, the back coil is bad. The bottom one, number 4, I did not know they go bad like that. Of course, this is one big brick. Let's see. Yeah, number 4 on the bottom here. So anyway, I was the old and with the better. As someone said, or maybe it's just me says that. Oh, there's a coil. Okay. So I've got it pretty much, ready to go in. So I'll bolt this in, hook the wires up, hook a couple little things up here, and we'll start up and listen to it knock really hard. But at least it might be smooth. All right, that's in. I'll tell you what, you would think a simple coil would go in real easy. Yeah. I had a problem with the plug because on my old one, the plug is pretty kind of roundish like. Well, the one there is pretty square. I mean, it's square. But I got it to go in there. And it should work for now, But we'll deal with that later. So now let's go ahead and see if this thing will start up. You're probably going to hear a rod knocking. But all I care about is it running smooth with no miss in it. So here goes nothing. Oh, she's knocking, but not. Hey, she's smooth now. I can put it in gear. Look at that. If I can get it to warm up a little bit and get the idle to go down, it won't knock as loud. Let me see if I can get it to come down a little bit. There it goes. It's going down. Smooth. She's a knocker. But it's not shaking. Well, so I'll put it in gear. Yeah, she's smooth. Let me just put the emergency brake on. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and she's in gear. She's a smooth runner, but man, then the rod is just knocking big time. Oh well. These boxer engines, they're out there. But at least I can move it around in my yard now. Back in here when I get ready to work on it, or wherever I decide to pull the engine. And I'm sure she's smoking a little bit. Been sitting for 2 years. Yeah, a little bit, but who cares? She's lit up like a Christmas tree, and I tell you what, the more I've been in this thing, the better I like it. I actually may keep this for my own vehicle as a daily driver later. But the head gaskets aren't blowing. It's not leaking any coolant. It's got that massive rod knocking. Let's put it in neutral. I know it's going to go high. Yeah. She's idling down right where she should be. That's a shame. Not sure why they would almost throw a rod, but starts up on a dime, man. $197,000 miles. 2009 Forester, 2.5. All right, I don't want to push it because I can still move this thing around. All right, so guys, that's going to be about the end of this video. This will be part 1. I'll put a part 2 up later, and whatever I decide to do. This engine looks like there's a lot to do to get it out, even though it's a small engine. But yeah, got a coil. At least it runs smooth. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hey, let me know where you're watching from right now, and I'll have part 2 up one of these days, and I'll put a link right about there when I do it. If I remember to do it, I should remember to do it. I'll put the link in the end of the video here and let you guys know what I do. But man, I think this thing is a nice vehicle. Factory fog light. It came with every option you can imagine, but nice body. Find us an engine, we'll be all right. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you later.